try to shoot you a couple of angles on this. This is persimmon, and I love persimmon, but I don't like. Well, that ain't gonna, might not go in there. I don't like the peeling. The peeling is just too tough for me. Alright, now this is actually a potato peeler, so I'm having to try to make it work on a persimmon. I've got it to work before, so we're going to try it here. There we go. Okay, so there was the overhead view. I'm going to give you another view. So these persimmons were peeled with that automatic machine. Now what I'm going to do is pop that core out. So I've had several ideas on what to do. I can slice them as normal with the mandolin. I like them sliced. I don't like the peeling, and I don't like them thick sliced, but I love persimmons. So I think I'm going to finish peeling these, and then I want to try the old standby salad shooter just to see if maybe it will make them into straws, kinda. I know that that device was a little bit archaic because it's made for potatoes. It works well with potatoes because potatoes are so much easier to peel, but at least I'm getting these peeled. And Sophie can smell them, and she loves persimmons. Okay, so there's one done. I'll do some more, and then I'll show you the salad shooter. Alright, y'all, this might be a flop. Seems kind of strange to me. This is an old salad shooter. Look at that. Been around for a long time. And I'm going to try to run a persimmon through it. Now, if it doesn't work, I know the mandolin will work. So let's give it a shot here. Alright, let's see what we got. Those aren't bad. I think the mandolin does as good a job, if not better. How much waste is there? A little bit. Probably less waste than the mandolin. So I think I'm going to do these and then put them on a pan and see how they do freeze-dried. Because I love the freeze-dried chips. They taste awesome. So let's give this a shot. Well, I didn't really know what I was going to do with the persimmons. I thought about pureeing them and then taking the puree and making something out of it. And I got to thinking, well, I could always just freeze dry them like this, and if I don't like the chips the way they are, then I could puree them afterward. So all I'm doing now is I'm going to lay them out on the sheets, freeze them, and get them ready for the freeze dryer. Never had persimmons before, so I don't know if this black we're seeing is normal, typical. I don't know anything about it. I've eaten them with it on it, so I didn't notice it bad in the taste. So I'm assuming that it gets, well, I mean, there was dark spots on when I peeled them, or when I cut them open, but not this bad. So they've been in the refrigerator overnight. So I'm thinking that it's probably just browning like an apple would, which really shouldn't hurt them at all. I don't think it'll hurt the flavor. I haven't tried one. I don't plan on it until they come out of the freeze dryer. I'm wondering what the freezer is going to do to them if they got this way in the refrigerator. They might get worse in the freezer, but we'll find that out. So there's a sheet of them, and I'm going to do the others and get them froze and check back with you later. Nice 3mm slices. I like them like that when they're freeze dried. But I don't like the peelings. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to freeze these just like this. I don't have any trays available for my freeze dryer. Everything's occupied at the moment, so I got to use these aluminum trays that used to have chicken or fettuccine or whatever in them from Sam's. I keep these for things like that. So there they are. I'm going to do the rest of these off camera. I don't know, I think I need to do something about telling you all a joke or something to keep the interest going, because my videos, I've been watching them and they're pretty doggone boring. But then again, this stuff isn't made to be exciting, I don't think. So, what do you call a dog with no legs? It don't matter, they won't come to you anyway. I wanted to show y'all what I've made. They're starting to turn brown due to oxidation, but I don't mind. I'm not making them for me. I'm not making them to sell or anything, so I know what it is. I don't care. I love them anyway. But what I did there, I think it was 5. No, it was 4. These are 4 persimmons. Now, from what I understand, a real ripe persimmon, there's no way you can slice it. It's like Jell-O. These came from Spain, so they're not extremely ripe, but they're still very, very good for snacking. So obviously there's room on here for more. This one I'm going to consider done. I will put it in the freezer to pre-freeze it. And see you later. So here's the persimmon fresh out of the freeze dryer. They're done. They're crisp. They're light. All that's left is to bag them. See how they break? I'll tell you a taste test here. Interesting, they need water. But they're pretty good for chips. Okay, so I'm going to bag them, and this one is a wrap. And here's the persimmon out of the freeze dryer. These are the ones I sliced by hand. Now they're showing a lot more oxidation, but that's okay. That's because I left them in the refrigerator overnight before I froze them. But I like the way they turned out. Now these are the ones I did with the salad shooter, and they look like they're pretty much stuck together. The ones that aren't look excellent. There's a little bit of oxidation on it, but nothing serious. But I think they're going to break into pieces on me when I try to separate them. So let's just taste one here. I like that. That's about the thickness in my mouth as a regular potato chip, but it's a persimmon chip, so I like it. The only problem with this is, in order to lay it out so they don't stick together, you're going to take up so much tray. Now these, I was able to lay them out, and I think they're going to be great too, because they're only 3 mil thick to start with. And I've tried these before. As you can see, they're nice and crunchy. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm probably going to go with this style from now on. Of course, I won't. I'll try to get them so they don't get so oxidized. But as you notice, I put my tray liners in this time. Try to help keep them from sticking. So these are going to be more of a challenge. They're going to be broken into littler pieces, but you know, that's okay. I'll eat it anyway. I don't care about that. I think it'll be fine. Sophie loves them too. And it's a wrap.